Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I have been using my PC wrong this entire time. So as you see, there's a couple of things that's on my screen right now, and they are all important. So right now on the game, which is the white, where it says total, that number, if you guys can see it or can't, it's at around 3 to around 4 ms. And that matters a lot, and I'm going to show you how PC players have been playing this game wrong this entire time. So, I'm just going to build and talk about it so you guys don't get completely bored. But basically, if you also look, there's a thing named PCL, and that number is around 7 right now. But that's just because I'm using a thing called OBS, and I'm using desktop capture just so you guys can even see that PCL right there. And the 1% lows matter a lot too. So, basically, everyone's always worried about, oh, my FPS, is it at... It's at 5,000 FPS, whatever, right? I'm just giving up a random number. Technically, you're not at 1,000 FPS. If you're 1% lows or whatever that number is right there, or is at like a very low number, let's say in the double digits, you're not actually playing as smooth as you think. Like, it might feel smooth, smoother than 60, but it's not a straight, consistent 120. So, or whatever FPS you play on, obviously. But I noticed, messing with a few settings, that my CPU actually wasn't running at its maximum performance it could have. So, if you're wondering what CPU is, if you look at CPU right now on the top left in the green, look at the number that says 4,626 MHz. So that number right there matters a lot when it comes to, the performance sort of a PC. So, my CPU is supposed to boost up to 4.6. I know it's a little bit over, just let me explain. Every time I used to play Fortnite, it would only go up to around 4.0, which is not optimal. That's not what my CPU is supposed to be able to do. It's supposed to boost up to 4.6, which it's doing right now. The way I fixed that was by going into my BIOS and changing it manually, but there's other ways to kind of do that without having to mess with the BIOS in case you feel uncomfortable. But if you look at the white part, you see GPU 0.2 ms, OSQ around 0 ms, driver around 0.5 ms. It's always in the zeros except for a game. The game is the only thing that's really making the ms go like that. Now, the reason that's so low is because of full screen. I did not know this. So if you go to full screen windowed, which a lot of pro players play on, give me 1 second. There you go. If you play on windowed full screen, which a lot of pros play on due to them using like a custom crosshair or something. Now look how unstable and terrible that graph looks. GPU still good, 0.2, okay. OSQ. What the hell is that graph? Total 20, 30, I think I'm seeing 40 for a second. Look how unstable that graph is. And look at my 1% lows now. That number has significantly decreased. And now even my FPS has decreased by a lot of percentage. So you're actually killing so much of your FPS and performance out of your computer and creating so much more latency due to the fact of you not playing on a full screen window. On basically full screen on your games. So if you want the best performance, I used to never know this, but the best way to get the best performance is actually from full screening your games. Especially when you're recording. If your game feels kind of sloppy, which mine feels like absolute garbage. I know it doesn't look like that on the recording. And I know my FPS doesn't look so bad on the actual game. It does feel terrible. Again, it genuinely feels terrible. I can just take my word for it. It feels like I'm playing on a crappy 120 hertz monitor or something. Like a very cheapy, like, oh my god, Craigslist or Temu, release day, $30 120 hertz monitor. Better go take it. No, it's not worth it. 60 hertz is actually better than this, I promise you. But yeah, so it matters so much for performance. I do recommend you guys consider this the next time you mess with your settings on your PC if you have one, because it does matter a lot. So technically this is my first time playing on 240 for real this time. If I go to here, settings, Again, remember, it's at 30 to 28. Change it to full screen. Look how much my 1% lows boost up. More than double performance, and my PC latency goes down to 5. Oh, wow. I want to solo that. It wasn't even available for a second there. But as you see, way better. My game feels so good right now. So yeah, if you play on PC, if you stream and your OBS feels glitchy or really anything like that, this is a fix. Just play on a full screen, not windowed full screen. It's the reason why your game feels so crappy. I can promise you that. And my FPS is now reaching around 400 FPS. It actually does reach more FPS, but I put kind of a cap on it in a way, even though it's a little bit of an unstable cap. But yeah. So yeah, now my game feels absolutely fine, even though my edits ain't feeling fine. But yeah, this is what you want to be playing on. You do not want to be playing on window full screen. So yeah, just a little tip, just to throw it out there, a little short video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, a little tech tip for the people out there, in case you're wondering. And I'm out. Peace.